Okay, so really quick, continuing my series as to why I quit Amazon Vine, a program put off by Amazon to review products in exchange for getting them for free. One thing that a lot of people have said in the comments is, but I find so much cool stuff on Amazon Vine. I would agree with that. You discover so much cool stuff on there. And I want to show you why that's a bad thing. Okay, you ready? This is an example. This is part of a world map that I got. This is the American, Canada, the North American piece. It is a single piece, and look, it has these raised bits here with all the states and the provinces. It is gorgeous. And there's an entire world map like this. It is so pretty on the wall. I saw that and I was over the moon. I didn't even know this existed. It's gorgeous. People comment on it all the time when they walk into our house, okay? Why am I holding it? Do you want to know? Okay, so I got this and I put it up with the tape that was provided. It was gorgeous, gave it a great review, 5 stars. Everybody loves it, amazing, right? It was a huge project to put up, by the way. It was really tricky to get them all there, but I finally did it. Like it was like an all-day project, but I did it, got it up there. Yay! Exactly why I love Amazon Vine, right? A week later, one of the pieces fell down. Now we had a couch. Like this was like our display over the couch. My kids played on that couch. My baby at the time played on that couch. One of these pieces, you see the sharp stuff? Fell. Thankfully, it didn't hit anybody. I was like, oh, that's odd. A week later, another piece fell. And then another and another, and pretty soon, almost the entire map had fallen off the wall. I was like, oh, no problem. You know, this thing is so cool. It is worth buying my own double-sided tape for. And so I started the project of even the pieces that hadn't fallen yet, trying to put them back, reinstall them with the double-sided tape before I lost my place of where this world map was, right? Well, as it turned out, I was a very busy mom and student and not getting enough sleep, and some of the pieces got put back up on the wall. Other pieces fell down. Some pieces didn't get put up correctly. Basically, it ended up being we had a partial map on the wall, which then became a conversation piece, but not for the reasons we had hoped. It became, why is that map missing countries? And then we're like, oh, funny story, it was a hazard. And so we've been trying to put the pieces back up, and now we're missing some pieces. I don't know, someday it'll be nice again, someday. It's been, I think, 3 years now of this thing not being restored to its full glory. It is amazing. Don't get me wrong. Such a piece of artwork. I hope we have all the pieces still. We tried really hard to keep all the pieces still. A lot of them are kind of stuck together. I just spent the past hour trying to get just this piece off of our wall because I had finally found tape that was going to stick with it, that was going to stay up, and I put so much tape on here that it was almost impossible to get it off of my wall because we're moving, this is the house we're moving from. But it's so cool. I cannot bring myself to part with this. I love this map. I love this thing. Theoretically, if I can get it up there. Oh, we have long since lost the blueprint that came with it of how to put up countries. We were like, oh, we'll make it fun. It'll be a puzzle. This will be great. Will be. How many more years is it going to be before I can get this thing up on my wall? Or is it ever going to happen? I love this thing to death. I hate to get rid of it. I would hate to get rid of it. It was such a cool thing I found on Amazon Vine. Would I ever have purchased this without Amazon Vine? Probably not. I would say it makes me happy, but it's pretty depressing to only enjoy something like this when it's not actually installed, to actually see it as a map, which is the entire point of it. Amazon Vine introduced me to a lot of things that were really cool and really fun. And it also introduced me to the realization that every item you bring into your home has a burden associated with it, a responsibility. There is a time suck and an energy suck to maintaining that item. And how much of a time suck and an energy suck depends on the item. Some things you just put in storage and they're only really a bother if you're like moving or you have some sort of like major disaster and you have to move the stuff. But most things, if you're bringing into your home, you're going to use them. And this one, just this example, there's a lot of examples, but just limiting it to this example, the time suck and the energy suck was, well, they didn't include quality adhesive with it. And unfortunately, that made a super high quality, incredible product that was very, very expensive if I was paying money for it. And it made that product basically useless. Because after spending all of that time installing it, it came down. And I thought that I could mitigate it with my own tape. And I kind of sort of was able to do that a little bit, but my life was too busy to really support the dedication it required to give this thing a second chance on my wall in its full glory. Now, some people, maybe people who are single, who don't have kids, who don't have a garden and animals, maybe if you are that type of person who loves to dedicate like 5 days to this sort of a project, this is right up your alley. And I'm not gonna try to take that away from you, say you shouldn't do that. No, if you have the time and the energy for something like this, go for it. My problem is I get enamored with ideas and I picture the ideal in my head. Oh yeah, I could totally do that. And I don't think through, like, when will I find the time to do that? If I were to put this on the calendar, would I have space in my life for this? And I thought I could because I managed to do the initial installation. But this is where low quality means it didn't actually work. And now I'm stuck in this limbo because I love this thing. And what's it doing? Taking up space, taking up my time. Am I enjoying it right now? Not really. I'm not getting to enjoy it. I'm just have a lot of conflicted feelings about it and struggle to let it go. So that's an example of why I left Amazon Vine. Yes, I find cool stuff on it. Do I have room in my life for this cool stuff? Not really. I've got higher priorities than stuff right now. So I hope this was helpful to some of you. Take care.